Hi Aries, welcome to your week ahead tarot with me, Raphael from Radiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note, these readings are for your sun, moon and ascendant sign. So whether you're a sun, moon or rising sign Aries, this is for you. And I would also like to say, obviously I'm not on camera at the moment. There is a reason for that. Don't worry, I am fine. I will be back to my usual, you'll be seeing my ugly mug next week, don't worry. Alright, so before we start, as always, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise. They help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So for your key to the week this week, you have the Star card. Now, all of the usual meanings apply, glimpse into the future, etc. But there's something about this card that actually this week says you're about to have a breakthrough. I don't know what this means for you or what, you know, who it is that needs to receive that message, but it's like whatever you've done, whatever you've put your time, effort and energy into, it's enough, right? You've done enough, so you're about to see some rewards or some results from it. With that said, if you are a continued subby, you know Rafi loves you, and if you're new to my channel, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and it resonates, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button. For your actions and options, you have the Five of Pentacles. All right, so I feel like the breakthrough is coming in the financial sector. So the reason I say this is you've got the Star card here as the key to the week. And so what this says to me is the breakthrough that you're having in terms of your actions and options. You got the Five of Pentacles. So this says the Lord of Material Trouble, as you can see there. But it's more than that. Sometimes this is about what we lose, what we let go of, what is removed from our lives. And I get the feeling, the distinct feeling, that your actions and options this week are guided to removing or releasing something that is actually holding you back, and that is going to give you a breakthrough, very likely in the material realm. So something to do with your money, your resources or your finances. There's a breakthrough coming through. There's a breakthrough coming in this week for you, and it has a lot to do with you realizing what you are now ready to put down or to let go of. Sometimes that is literally putting down, you know, this thing about, oh, you know, I don't need help, or I'm not going to ask for help, I'm not going to accept help. Like, this could literally just be you going through the process of dropping your pride, losing your pride, and, you know, not in a bad way, but just letting go of this idea that you have to have it all figured out, that you have to be a lone ranger and a lone wolf all the time. It's really not the case. Asking for help, accepting help really is the way forward. And because it is the Five of Pentacles, in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, there is a sanctuary in the background of this. And if you can see on the fifth pentacle in the middle, you can see the symbol that represents balance and equilibrium. Well, how do we find balance and equilibrium? By sharing, by reaching out, by asking for assistance or accepting help in some way, shape or form. So I really feel like the breakthrough is coming through in your finances or in your resources, and I feel like this is because you are ready to let go of this idea, or certainly this energy of, yeah, I've got it all figured out, which is great if you have, you know, but asking for help or accepting assistance is never a bad thing. For your communications and conversations, you have the Fortitude cards. This is all about strength. Excuse me, you'll have to forgive me, it's hay fever season and mine seems to be driving me insane at the moment. Now, the Strength card is, yes, it's strength, it's courage, it's having to have all of those things, but it's about having the courage, the faith and the internal fortitude to go after something that we actually really desire. You've got this in conjunction with the Star card. So here's where this gets really interesting. The Star card is number 17. 1 and 7 gives you 8. That is the Strength card. So these two work in a tandem in essence. And so this week, communications and conversations, this is about partnership. It's about connecting to others. It's about having the strength to release something, having the strength to let go of your pride, having, you know, I said all of this with this card, and this for me really backs it up. excuse me, the other thing with the Strength card as well, you're really being asked to dig around into what you believe your personal strengths are through your conversations this week with friends, through conversations with maybe not even people that you see or know in person. I think at this point, post-pandemic, we all have people that we have only ever connected to via Zoom or Messenger or whatever that are, you know, have slowly but surely become really amazing friends and allies. And there's something about this that suggests to me that some of you are gearing up to take those connections into the real world, or make them more real world in some way, shape or form. So I really like that. I actually think it's lovely. And, you know, having the guts, the courage or the strength to release some old burden, or to maybe even just let go of your lack mindset if you've had one. And we've all had one at some point, right? It's just part and parcel with the whole way that things are. Now, but you know, obviously that's part of our work. So that's what part of us is here to do, to move beyond or to move past. Now, when it comes to your when it comes to those of you that are studying, for those of you that are students or in some form of academia, the Strength card is really asking you to get comfortable with speaking your mind, or being a little bit more theatrical with what you're doing. There's an element of performance about the Strength card. It's about really showing up. For some of you, this could be going into some form of study. Maybe you're taking up a martial art. Maybe you are deciding to do some kind of what's the word that I'm looking at? Yeah, maybe you're choosing to do some sort of, you know, you're gearing up to study something that has a very physical sort of element to it. For those of you that are employed by somebody else, I mean, I like the Strength card, especially with the Star card here. I like the Strength card for you getting a clearer understanding of what actually excites you about the work that you're doing. And I even like this for some of you deciding about what, you know, what the long-term future, or what the long-term longevity, of the work that you're currently doing. For those of you that are business owners, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, people that work for themselves, the Strength card is really saying to you, in order for you to succeed in your business, not only do you have to let go of the lack mindset, but you're also having to be really, it's not even about being clear on what your business idea is. It's about being clear that you are ready to jump into it. Now, you know, it might seem funny that I'm saying that to an Aries. Usually everybody says to Aries, you know, slow down, you've got time. But it kind of feels like a lot of you have been reluctant to do something, or reluctant to share something. And it's like, you need to get rid of that reluctance and you need to get going with it. When it comes to your, those of you that are retired and no longer working, your physical health and well-being are being sort of highlighted here. That's the message, because the Strength card very often represents us on our sort of, in the physical level, you know, on our physical health and vitality. For your love and relations, you have the Queen of Pentacles, so the Lady of Earth. So when it comes to relationships, this is about really seeking to get the most out of your partnerships. With the Star card present, for those of you that are partnered, married or in long-term commitments, the suggestion here is, how do you make a friendship out of your relationship? And this really does feel for me like this week your relationship goes that level deeper, because you find, or at least remember, the friendship element of the relationship. So there's a lot of laughter here. That Queen of Pentacles as well, this could be maybe an idea that you and your partner have together that could really help you step something forward, which is amazing. I also like this for what's the word? I also like this for concretizing plans. It's like having the guts. So you're talking about something and then you're enacting it within your relationship. For those of you that are single, Queen of Pentacles is lovely. It does suggest that you will need more or demand more from prospective partners. So usually the, you know, and I say this out of all love, but usually the list of requirements from Aries isn't that long. You know, they kind of speak as they find, and they say, right, these are the things that I want, bam, 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 and that's it. You know, that's the whole checklist. I think this week you're getting a lot more clear And so therefore the list is growing. I think this is really about finding specificity about what you want from a relationship. For those of you that are looking, it's likely to be that you meet somebody online, that you meet somebody in the digital sphere, and that could be exciting. And then finally, for your money and materials, you've got the Seven of Pentacles. So this is a week where, especially because you've got this next to the Queen of Pentacles, for those of you that are partnered, married, or in long-term commitments, if you're sharing resources or if you're putting money into something as a joint venture with a business partner or even a relationship partner, think long term. The results are not going to be immediate. This is really, the money is there, the money comes in, but it comes over time. It also suggests that this could be a very solid investment for your physical health and vitality. The Seven of Pentacles is your neck, your throat, and your voice. So really be watching out for that, especially if you do anything like I do, because your voice is really important. When it comes to your home and environment, this could literally be you doing, excuse me, this could literally be you doing work on the garden, on the external facade of the home. So this looks like, and with the star card there as well, you could be adding some sort of new feature to the home that makes it more pleasing, makes it more acquisible, maybe even adding some sort of new gadget. Maybe you're putting lights in the garden, it could be something as mundane as that. But all in all, it's not a bad week. I mean, it's very earthy. There's a lot of earth here, which means, you've got time, but you're also setting things into motion that are likely to take their time or to last. All in all, though, let me know in the comments how it shapes up for you. Take care, and I'll speak to you soon.